Very, very proud of my team for their grit, their guts, showing up every day. I've been saying that to you guys for weeks, and I think we found the team that we've been looking for, the identity that we've been searching for. Thought we played really tough, physical Penn State basketball. I thought we defended. I thought we rebounded, although they had some timely rebounds. For the most part, for 40 minutes, I thought we rebounded the ball really well. I thought Lamar's leadership last night was one of the best I've seen in my 8 years, and Jamari helping him lead. Jamari took the stool a few times while I was talking to my staff. I looked over Jimmy Ferry's shoulder, and Jamari was in there really pushing and driving. So a lot of growth, a lot of learning. I think we're getting better. I think you guys know that too. Over the last few games, I think we've gotten better. Now we finally broke through and got that win that's been eluding us.
Okay, and we're done.
How do you make sure
You said short.
that that's not just it, that now they can continue on? What's the message that you preach that, okay, we got this win, now we got to keep moving?
One game winning streaks just continue to get better. We can't get ahead of ourselves, and we got to do it back to back. Now it's a great challenge to do it on the road. Usually I like to start it at home. Today we're doing individual workouts. We got in late last night, 1:30 in the morning. They went to class. So we'll do individual workouts, and then we'll come in this room right here at 4:30, and we'll do a team film session. And that's how we're going to get better today. That's how we're going to learn today. And a lot of positives to be taken from the game. And then we'll come back tomorrow, and it's going to be the same thing we've been doing. Tough physical, hard-nosed practice to prepare us for a difficult environment in Ohio State.
Is there added value in that game not being, this wasn't go out, you hit 23s and blow the doors off of them. There was a certain, this is like every other game, you just won this one. Is there added value there?
Yeah, I mean, we only made 3 threes, right? And we didn't shoot the ball well from the free throw line until the last 4 minutes, which it hasn't been our MO this season. So it was nice for us to go 8 for 10 down the last 4 minutes of the game with Ra and Lamar. I agree with you, to be able to gut it out and grind it out and to see these guys find success. And then to go back to something you had said a couple weeks ago, to look in their eyes and see total belief, total confidence in what we were doing on their edge of their seat. They were the same way at Purdue. They were the same exact way in every huddle. So I feel like what we're doing as a staff, what they're doing as players to keep themselves motivated, is fantastic, and that's why we win.
I think you used the word identity crisis or identity a couple times in the last couple of weeks. Is that who you are last night? Is that what you want to be in terms of a low-scoring, grinded-out defensive type situation?
You know, I think a month ago or so we're trying to outscore teams, and that's not who we are. You know, I'll even take it 6 weeks ago. It's just not how we're built right now. Until the freshmen become sophomores, sophomores become juniors, juniors become seniors, we have to grind it out a little bit. Don't get me wrong, we just put up 90 against Purdue. We just put up 82 versus Iowa. We are very capable of making shots and scoring points. Give credit to Northwestern. They got a very good defensive team, and they're long in a lot of different spots. And that's why we just decided to drive the ball more and put ourselves in position to get to the free throw line or be successful in the paint. But I think right now we have to defend and rebound, and we have to play tough and physical basketball, or we're not going to find that winner circle again.
You mentioned Lamar's leadership. To me, last night, especially in the last 4 minutes, his defense really stood out. The block he had at the end was pretty key. How have you seen him progress on that end of the floor? Because obviously everybody talks about he's one of the top scorers in the Big Ten, but last night it felt like his defense was really what.
Taylor, I totally agree with you. I think he was, even at Purdue, he was totally dialed into defending and rebounding. His goal was to get 10 rebounds, and when his goal is to get 10 rebounds, guess what happens? He scores the ball anyway. But when his focus is offense and worried about his offense or worried about making threes or things, then we're not going to get a two-way player. Last night we had a two-way player. He ended up on Vic Law a few times and actually blocked a shot and stole it from him. He ended up on Pardon because we went small there at the end to take away threes. And he did a great job against Pardon when he was in those situations. So here's a guy who can defend 1 through 5. when he's completely locked in on that end of the floor, he can become one of the best defensive players in the Big Ten. And he showed it last night. Pardon, Vic Law, I mean, good players.
Pat, over the past 4 games, Rozier has really kind of come into his own offensively. The shooting numbers are a little skewed, but he looks more comfortable out there. What exactly do you think it is that's having him hit his stride right now?
You know what I noticed? I'm going to go to the defensive end. He was in situations where he had Vic Law was trying to post him up. I would tell you about a month ago, I don't know if he could do it. I don't know if he could front the post. We have a different term for it. But I don't know if he could do that. And then there were situations where he blocked his man or at least chipped his man so his man wouldn't get the rebound. Vic Law, Taylor, Gaines. If he doesn't chip, they get another offensive rebound. So he's doing those things. To me, that's what's standing out. And I've challenged him. Look, I don't want to go offense, defense anymore in the last 4 minutes. You got to prove to me, you got to prove to your teammates that you want to stay on the floor and this is what you're going to do. That's the end that I thought he did a fantastic job at. And then he goes and makes his free throws. He had good shots. He hits a big 3 in the first half. MJ hit a big 3 in the first half. But I thought Rozier did a really good job, on both sides of the floor.
You have a couple season sweeps against Ohio State. You've played them well pretty much everywhere. Do you have a feeling of why that is exactly? Is there something that makes that matchup good? I know that's 2 staffs at this point.
No, it was a few years ago, right? DJ Newbill's team,
Yeah.
right?
No,
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you're saying staffs. I got you. I have no idea. Maybe the matchup's a little bit better for us. Last year Tony Carr makes the long shot and then makes the great pass. Here we did a nice job. I think we caught him at the right time here. This league is such a gauntlet. You can catch people at the worst times and sometimes at the best times. I feel like Iowa was on fire. I thought Purdue was on fire. A couple of the teams that Rutgers was hot. We played teams that were hot. And sometimes that can happen. So, it's going to be a challenging game because he's going to show those 3 games over and over and over. So they're going to have extra incentive. And we have to not match that, but play harder than that and be prepared for that and be prepared for a hostile environment. And again, if we can just stick to our identity and stick to what we've been doing the last couple games, second half of Purdue, 40 minutes last night, we'll put ourselves again in position in the last 4 minutes, and hopefully we continue to break through.
Have you seen Lamar come into his own, maybe on the offensive end in terms of aggression? It feels like in the beginning of the year in the non-conference, he was taking advantage of his size and realizing that I'm bigger than you, I can get fouled and get to the line. And it seems like he's doing more of that again in the last couple games. Last night, I think he had 10 free throws again. So how have you seen him become more aggressive? Even if his shot's not falling, he's like, I can get to the line and still get my points.
Yeah, I don't think he's settling. I think he's doing a better job of seeing what the defense is giving him instead of being predetermined or saying I'm shooting a 3 here or I'm hitting a fadeaway here. No, he's seeing it and he's making really good decisions right now. His assist to turnover ratio has been very good the last couple of games. Him in transition, he's playing with great pace. And then he has a little bit of a burst with a change of speed. So he's really mixing it up, and that's how he's able to get himself to the free throw line. And we're doing a good job offensively. Even though we only scored 59 points, I still think we got some pretty good shots by moving the ball side to side. So we're moving Lamar all around. Different blocks, different elbows, different situations, different screeners. The more we can do that, the better it will put our entire team in better position.
What are the pluses and minuses of not having a defined point guard per se? Because Lamar was even bringing the ball up.
Yeah.
Last year you had Tony. I know at the end of the year Josh did a little bit, but it seems like you have kind of a multitude of guys doing it this year.
Yeah, it's a challenge. There's no doubt. Although I thought Jamari played his best game of his career last night. I thought he was fantastic. Pace, tempo, defending and rebounding. And I think Ra's getting more comfortable at the spot, especially in end-game situations. I thought he read the ball screen really well. And like I said, he's playing really good defense. But it's taken us a while to get to this point where I'm starting to feel better about the backcourt. Let's just call it the backcourt. Because at the time, they're freshman, sophomore, freshman and freshman. We tried Josh there for a little bit. Now I think we're settled in. All right, this is who we are, and this is best for the team right now. But it has been challenging because we have a playbook for the Tonys of the world, the Tim Frazier's of the world, the DJ Newbills of the world, and we really had to to look at that and say, no, there might not be these guys. So how can we better put them in different situations where they're successful? So it's really challenged us offensively, and it's challenged us defensively because they tried to post us up a ton last night, and I thought our guys really did a nice job of that.
You said you saw the belief in their eyes last night. So can you kind of just take us through what happened, like right after, back in the locker room, or what was the camaraderie like on the way home?
You know, it was great. We had to wait for Lamar. Lamar and I got interviewed, and so I went in, and I didn't want to go into the team. I wanted Lamar to enjoy that victory, to enjoy because he's worked so hard. And a lot of people thought, man, after such a difficult loss against Purdue and that call, and, you know, Lamar really came out. You know, that was good news, bad news. You know, he shouldn't do that. But, man, I felt the support, like he really cares about this program, really cares about the team. So I wanted him to enjoy that with the players. They were dancing, they were going crazy. And then I came in, and we had some good time. We had a good time. A little hip-hop array, old school, naughty by nature. If you guys, Brennan, you remember that. We're the oldest guys in the room.
I'm the oldest guy.
Yeah, so we had some fun. I told the guys when we get that victory, when we taste it, we're playing this song. I'm old school. That's what we're going to listen to. A little naughty by nature, and that's what we did. We had a little sway going. So we had a good time. But it's over now. Now we go back to work.
Are there parallels between the last 6 or 8 games of Ross Travis's career and maybe how you want to round
You are awesome.
Ron,
Awesome.
round Josh out into maybe
Josh's second half was fantastic. I don't disagree with what you're saying, Ben. Josh's second half was fantastic. He stopped putting pressure on himself. He relaxed. He made simple plays. He played great defense. He got big-time rebounds. He knows that Rogier's shooting damn near 90% from the free throw line. Like, really smart, well-executed plays. If he can just play like that, I think he will finish a la Ross Trava, even Shep to a degree. Shep was the last 10. You know, Ross was the last 6. I still think we can get more out of Josh. I believe that if he can just play the way he did in the second half. And even Mike, I thought Mike played well in the first half. I thought his conditioning still needs to get better. But I thought he has a huge tip in late in the second half there. So, once we get those guys on the same page, him and Mike, I think, we can continue to get better, see who we can become.
Can you afford to go away from the pink and black uniforms now?
Well, I'm nervous.
Are you allowed to wear them every game or not?
I think on the road because you're wearing your dark unis, right, Rose? But I think we go with our navy blues. Unless Lamar comes up to me and says we need to wear the pink and blacks. As coaches, we're a little superstitious. You guys know that.
Have you seen Rogier mature over the last couple weeks? And I think one of the plays that stuck out to me last night was at the end of the first half when the clock is winding down and he doesn't take a contested jumper and instead he drives and gets fouled and gets 2 free throws to put you ahead going into the half. And obviously you mentioned his free throw percentage is close to 90%. How have you seen him mature knowing that I don't have to settle, I can drive, I can beat people off the dribble, get fouled, and get easy points?
Yeah, I totally agree. Over the last 5 or 6 games, I think he's really driven the ball well. He makes a great hesitation move on the baseline to score for us when we were, I think it was 10-2, huge bucket at that point, kind of opened up the basket a little bit for us. And then we go on a run, which was fantastic. So I thought that was a big play for us. So he's got to pick and choose his spots. He's still, I know his percentages aren't great. He's still an excellent three-point shooter. So I don't want him to ever go, not do what you're great at, stick to your strengths. But he is definitely getting downhill. He's doing a nice job. Again, I thought we did share the ball. I thought we had good play. I thought he got in the paint and made some good decisions. Ball wasn't going in. But he's got to continue to put pressure on the paint. That's only going to help everybody else. He drops it off to Mike for the dunk. That gets Mike going a little bit. He's feeling the ball. He gets, an easy layup or easy dunk. That's important for Mike and his psyche. But, yeah, we need Rod to keep putting pressure on the paint, and when he has his threes, to shoot them. Anything else?
Yeah, one more.
Go ahead.
You mentioned about Mike, and it feels like the last couple of games he seems more calm. I don't know if you agree on the floor. He seems more composed on both of his floors, not overly animated, but he's still being effective. How have you seen him evolve as a person in practice and the way he is acting around the team?
Yeah, it's one day at a time. It's a work in progress still. I want to see some energy though in games. I do, He's got amazing energy in practice. He does a great job in practice. So I'd like to see, trust me, I don't want him to yell at the refs. And I don't want him to be negative, right? Because that deflates the team. But I do want him to show a little bit of energy. And he's working on that. And he's doing it better. Is it as consistent as I want? No. But I really like where he's headed as long as we, take one day at a time, don't push him too much.